Oh, are we
my
in map?
God, we're in map. We're in map.
Oh, we are.
Oh my
We're in
God.
map. I didn't even realize.
It's a Genji ban and a Lucio ban, VP ban first. And we're already into like 4 frags already. It's a
Freds?
Symmetra. Holy. How do we land on a Symmetra Ram mirror? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, they're looking for someone in spawn right now. Qadsiah, they are able to find things,
Honestly?
actually, so
Yeah, it was a jump scare, guys. I got jump scared by that.
for Qadsiah, gonna
I gotta start
How am I
Preds.
gonna eat now?
they have a lot
I thought I was gonna have like
of
30 minutes to eat.
Sojourn. Bastola
But nope.
dives in with the Nemesis form and finds a pick of the Haku.
Oh, I didn't choose the outcome for the last one either.
Going down again, really slow rally charge with the
Make
flip.
another one.
Is gonna come through
Slash
for
prediction.
Qadsiah. Virtus Pro looking
Haku
their
dies
most
first,
to come back
Poggers.
in, fighting at
Oh,
full
the
strength.
Lucio ban is a Haku target. Map 1. Ah. Very smart VP. Very nice. And yes, I've confirmed it's FT3. That's what it says on the thing. FT3. Unluckily, it's VO5, which means we're going to be here for another 5 hours.
I'm just gonna put 5 minutes on this.
Both teams
You guys get 5 minutes to pred. Good luck.
contest for the point, but checkmate.
Good luck, everybody.
Over to the Pharah here now. Qadsiah throughout the rest of this round, probably going more poke heavy, looking to capitalize on those Pharah rockets.
Yeah, and that support ult advantage here for Virtus Pro sets them up well.
I'm 24, 25, 26.
I'm at 32.
27.
33. 34.
Do you want me to fast forward?
Yeah, I mean, it's just easier to fast forward, I think. I mean, I could wait too, but I think that way I can just keep counting. So I'm at 40.
Keep counting, count,
41.
keep counting, keep counting.
42. 43. 45.
Alright, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, perfect.
That's the hero the team
Okay, so these the suck and fuck? The suck? Not getting that much
I'm gonna
value.
say it. Shockwave needs to show up this match. You cannot allow Labda to be the superior Soj in this matchup.
Well, it's fine, because they're just going to whip shot Lambda.
I know, but like Shockwave, for his reputation as a top hitscam player, he cannot be losing to Lambda. Like, a VP want to be competitive team, Shockwave needs to make sure he can be a carry threat, which is not a good look if he loses to Lambda.
Oh, I feel like you're... I feel like Lambda... I mean, I feel like you're hating on Lambda. I mean, Lambda has been... Honestly showed a little bit more flexibility than I thought he would.
It's not a hate on Lambda. It's me saying that Shockwave is currently, in my opinion, not performing. And if he continues to lose to every Soja he comes up against, you have to start asking questions. Right?
With an overclock here, so Jwoo swapping over to the far as well, so matching Qadsiah's composition here. A lot of percentage on Virtus Pro here now, and with a nice overclock.
Shockwave's moved like Kai, and I hate it. Alright. Is that it? Is that it now? Every Sojan underperforming is just Kai now.
It is powerful, but of course Lambda always a threat even without the OC. Checkmate.
No Preds. The Preds are open, brothers. Preds are
But
open.
I say it because I believe in Shockwave. I believe Shockwave can beat Lambda here. It's also important because Lambda was the biggest player that Qadsiah had versus Falcons and made them competitive. So... Okay, he has no targets. This is very sad for Shockwave.
So these are
Well,
elim
that sucks.
matches, right?
Yeah, this is elimination.
But Qadsiah thinking about striking back. They do have a potential opportunity for a retake here, so not necessarily the end of the world if they lose the fight. Here's
Adventurous. That was an adventurous barrage, I would say. He was very far away.
And he didn't have all. Sorry, he didn't have the perk.
Yeah, it was a very adventurous barrage from Checkmate.
He had to get way closer, unfortunately, knowing that he'd probably die. But Shockwave getting land in. Basically now, okay, Tread will touch. Who's the other tank on Qadsiah, guys? I forgot.
Wow, I can't believe they still got the
You guys
touch.
know?
It doesn't really matter, but...
Who's the other tank? Ziad? Why is Ziad not playing? Does anyone know? One have a theory?
Pretty sure Ziad... I'm pretty sure
Isn't he the
Ziad
starter?
played like a lot of Mauga for them. So I don't know if they had
Like, we
Ziad
barely saw Tread, right? I feel like we barely saw Tread in
Yeah, but I
in
don't think he
OWCS.
plays like off tank. I think he mostly played like a lot of like Mauga or some shit.
Wasn't Ziad also a Diva player?
Painful start for Qadsiah.
I remember Ziad playing Diva.
Honestly, I can't remember right now.
You showed in that series against Falcons what he can do, just take over the game. And
I'm telling you, dude.
obviously maybe a bit harder
It's
in
dementia.
these kind of compositions, but
Dude, I am
still,
literally just tired as fuck.
Lavda's been on fire
I'm
so far
joking.
this
I'm fucking with you.
tournament. Needs to turn
I'm
it up
tired
one
as
time
hell.
against Shockwave, Jwoo. They've been dominating so far in EMEA. Can Qadsiah match?
Yeah, Ziad is an off-tank player.
Might
Yeah.
be seeing the venture come out from Jwoo here.
Interesting choice by Qadsiah to have 2 tanks. They're both off tanks.
But does kind of put a lot of pressure on the opening initiation. think it's a little bit difficult to get deeper into the round, but Virtus Pro going to go all in on the close range. Qadsiah, if they can live a few seconds, yeah, diving in right on a checkmate. They have to kill this sim. They have to get rid of her.
Oh my, Jwoo just
Immediate
sniped check
deletion.
From Jwoo, and Virtus Pro have done enough.
on a long range. Not even long, I guess medium range, but like just a poke from Adventure, not what you'd expect.
Wikipedia says his signature Diva in Signal.
And this is the playstyles we
How do you
have
play
been
now?
seeing
Maybe
in
I'm
the
mixing
NBA.
up.
Just unrelenting aggression from.
Probably, yeah, motion tired.
I suspect Virtus Pro, they're gonna keep doing just this with Adventure. Dive in.
I mean, so they win first fight.
On this off angle, so landing some nice rockets, but Virtus Pro going to be very aware of this Pharah's positioning and try to rotate accordingly.
I still think it's dangerous to play Pharah on this map, but if OWCS get ahead and he can just defend spots, that's fine. But retaking as far on this map, I feel is just way too difficult most times. Oh my god, eating
pressure
rails.
on him.
As well, feeling the threat. And VP, they strike. Vixa finds Haku with that boop into the wall from the break perk.
Tread isolated on point. Haku dead. Okay, yeah. I mean, this might just be. I mean, this is about what I expect. Where like, I mean, Virtus Pro had spent the whole year beating Qadsiah's ass.
It's
Virtus Pro
also
spent the
a
whole
really good
fucking
ban
year
as well.
beating their ass. To where like I just don't think
Also a
it's good.
Lucio ban for what is essentially Lucio one trick on Haku, because I don't think his Brig is good. And
Yeah.
Fixa, you can see by the way the difference in this
What's up,
game.
Just Peep?
Fixa gets to play his normal aggro style and impact
Yeah,
the
we
style,
are
and
6
he just
hours
gets so much
in.
value.
We've
He's
been
all over the
going.
kill feed again. He's getting super fucking deep. And Qadsiah can't punish him.
Okay. The suck. I mean, the suck is lasting way too long. It really should not get that much value. Okay, gets the. Oh my checkmate barrages. Oh my checkmate barrages. The checkmate barrages have been something
swap?
else.
Does he swap? That's the question now. He does not swap. Okay, well, very sad.
I mean, these have been some truly heinous barrages so far.
I just woke up. What I miss and upset.
Everyone getting involved here with this brawl.
I just woke up.
Fight here for Qadsiah.
What, oh, oops, whatever. I don't want me to go down. I meant to go look at my chat. Cajun.
Dude, look at this
Give it a
pacing
prime.
by VP. Just in straight away.
You didn't miss any upsets, really.
Orbital
No
range,
upsets
Stephen.
occurred.
Happy to fight off point, happy to get the cleanup and tread 1v5, unlikely, even with that.
I mean, it's just Tread with the back half. He's just gonna go down here. Yep, there he goes. Goodbye, Tread.
Might of Virtus Pro, great play from them to close out the round, fighting off the point. Just textbook play from VP going up 1-0 in the series.
Wow.
And I mean, this is gonna be a Swift 2-0.
By Virtus Pro there. They felt incredibly comfortable, and considering, of course, that we
I think the
saw
only
a lot
real
of
upset that
Alga
maybe
in
occurred
the EMEA,
for those that are coming
during
in
the EMEA
early
playoffs.
/ late is
Now just Virtus Pro
maybe
coming out playing
once
a lot
again
of
just
competition.
pounding
This is
Virtus
a
Pro
practice
super
going
hard.
into
But
this
I guess
tournament.
if you were once again
They knew
believer, that's not really an
exactly what they
upset.
wanted to accomplish, and they got it done.
It's also BO5, not BO3. So hopefully a 3-0 of VP dominate.
Yeah, it's fair.
Look how serious Junkbuck is. Bro's locked in. He's doing some hardcore coaching right now, knowing that their tournament life is on the line.
Venture was executed immaculately. Like they were constantly putting Qadsiah on the back foot. Qadsiah could never really get into the game, and a little worried about Haku. Got heavily punished on the break in that map.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really impressed seeing some flexibility from Jwoo because, of course,
Oh, because he used all the energy versus Falcons. To be fair, they definitely. I don't know if they overperformed versus Falcons, but Falcons really played poorly.
Yeah, Falcons didn't look very good. They didn't look very good in their match, but they still won. So maybe yeah. Has Johnny always been that tall? No, he added a couple inches this year. He decided it was time. His wife got him a present for his birthday.
Yeah, they ordered that on Amazon Prime overnight
Yeah.
delivery, just a little bit of height. Yeah,
This could be a future flex god we have in our hands.
it didn't even cost $1 million. You know, you asking like, could you change your entire body for $1 million? I mean,
going on in this map. Fixa
Nice.
just put on a clinic. Super
doesn't even take it.
aggressive, leading the
It's a
team
rough
around.
casting duo because Jake is on the shorter side and Johnny's a fucking giant. You think their heights are closer, but you don't realize
They're-
Jake
they're
is definitely
not.
on a box. Jake is on a box right now, I promise you. I'm not even shitting on Jake for saying that. I'm just saying Johnny is NBA tall, and Jake is... He's not like super short, but he's like on the shorter side. He's like probably same height similar to Jack.
No,
Jake?
no. No, he's not. He's not as short as Jack. He's taller than Jack.
Okay.
Jake's like 5'9", 5'10", I believe. I think he's like 5'9".
Johnny's like 6'8".
And Jack,
Is Johnny
he's like
6'7" or
6'8". Yeah.
6'8"?
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas you look at them here, it looks like they've only got like 4 inches apart, but it's more like fucking 9 or 10 inches. So
Yeah.
there's a box there somewhere.
Just to limit
Yeah,
some of the
maybe.
impact fixing
They
you can
love
have in
playing
this
Lucio
series.
Kiri, so that's up their alley.
I think it probably would be a more comfortable
Handsome
look for
guys
them.
are
But by
usually
the same
short.
token,
You
I
know
think
what?
VP
Handsome guys come in all
can really
sizes.
rely on. I mean, especially
I'm not
in
gonna
the
height
once
shame.
again, like, that
There
was
you go.
exactly what happened to them in the once
You know if
again
they're gonna do an
series.
official
You was
restream
kind
for
of
an
running
ANAU?
it
That's an
down
Avril
the
question.
rig. I thought
Avril?
you kinda got
You know?
robbed for MVP
You have an
in this
idea?
series. I was like, okay, this
Yes, they said they would do a restream.
There you go.
And then Fix is like, all right, you know what? I can do that too. I can do that too. Let's turn up the aggression.
There's no way this difference is after the box. I mean, Johnny is literally is like literally a foot taller than Jake. So
Yeah, and I mean, this is Virtus Pro when they're comfortable.
he is
as well.
literally
Is
like
that the size?
like
Is that the
foot.
length? Is the length of his head 1
They are
foot?
so fantastic when it comes to these brawl
That doesn't look like 1 foot to me.
No, I mean
What's
it's
the
a little
length
bit.
of
I would
Johnny's
say a
head?
foot is a. I would say a foot is a little bit longer than that. I mean he might be over. I mean I'm pretty, but Jake is definitely no taller than 5'10". I think Jake is 5'8" or 5'9".
A foot is
And
30
so-
centimeters. I've got a tape measure out here. Okay, there's no way. I've stood next to Johnny. Johnny's head is
Well, Johnny's
not a
like
foot long.
Johnny's like 6.
No one's
I want
head
to say
is.
he's 6'7".
Johnny is
6'8".
in this shot less than 1 foot taller than Jake, because the length of Johnny's head is not 30 cent. Is not 12 inches. I'm looking at a ruler right now. I've looked Johnny in the. If his head was 12 inches, he'd be a. That'd be some mutant head.
They
It's
got the mecha break caster for the. Dude, that game was so. I mean, like, I don't know if the game was good or not, but when I saw the trailer and like some of the gameplay trailers for the Mecha Break game, this is the most booba game that has ever been made.
I don't know. Have you seen Marvel Rivals?
No, it's
No,
not
actually,
even
no,
close.
Mecha Break is
actually
It
blows
is
out
worse.
the water.
It is worse. Actually, it was worse.
Mecha
You're not
Break
wrong.
is fucking insane.
It's actually a great. It's gratuitous, is what I would describe it. I'm not anti-booba, but bro, it's gratuitous, is what it is.
Let me play the Lucio, man. I need to change your pace here.
Yeah, and again, this team, Qadsiah, they have played a lot of Lucio
Pause.
Kiri.
Why does Avril have
You
a measuring
know-
tool next to him?
Recently in the playoffs, but they showed
I have a lot of tools in my room. I have a screwdriver. I have a
Oh, he's got a
measuring
lot of
tape.
tools. He's
I
got
have
a lot of tools in
scissors.
his
So
room.
they're happy to move away from Juno Break anytime they can.
I have spare keyboard,
Yeah,
spare
that Eagle fan,
mice.
What do you think, Jake?
What else do I
What
have?
do they got in mind with that one?
I think we're probably either going to Ramatra or maybe a.
I'm sure I've got a flathead screwdriver as well. I've got more than one screwdriver.
I mean, you gotta have a flathead and a Phillips. Oh, you're not prepared.
I've got a like a camera microphone, an extra stream deck. I got shit in my room, guys. Why is it surprising I have a tape measure in my room?
I
I think Zinda Zone Zero might be worse. No, Mecha Break's worse.
No,
Mecha
Mecha Break is worse.
Mecha
It
Break
is-
is worse. I will say
it's
Zinda Zone
gratuitous.
Zero is kind of close, but Mecha Break is definitely worse.
Like it doesn't gross me out in the sense like, oh, why is it so sexualized? It's just I just know it's full capitalism in the sense that like you're doing this to gratuitously sell skins and sell shit in your game just to like max consumerism, and there's something that's just gross about that. The actual boob, like I don't, that's not the part that I'm annoyed with at all. It's the same problem I have with like the amount of gooning they have in Marvel Rivals now. It's just very fake and astroturfy.
So far though, still think Labda needs to
But
show
it's
us
lore
something
accurate.
extra about us to get
Maybe
some
consider
control
that.
for Qadsiah. He
It's
was
law
so good
accurate.
Consider that,
Yes.
huh?
You won. It's an elimination match.
Of
here,
course,
just now
dude.
go home.
Hear me out. Checkbait Torb. Run it back. I don't care what the other team plays.
Yeah, I mean, look, they love playing that.
Nice on the Torb. He is nice on the Torb. I think the team understands the matchup well. We looked at it. I mean, the Torb was one of the most banned, I think the most banned DPS, right, in the EMEA. Torb is on
Yeah,
the
it was
come up.
actually,
He's
yeah.
So much I could say about that. I'm gonna not.
We're talking about in the pre-show, right? The perks like Ana and Brig, super
Maybe if
powerful.
I get drunk,
think Torb
I'll say what I
actually,
really
low-key
think.
has some of the best perks in the game. Like turret on the ceiling goes crazy against dive.
Is that where you land, by the way, for the major perk? Sticky turret versus the overload turret?
I believe it like in the professional games. I think we see more people.
Holy
playing the
forehead.
Torb
What is this?
ceiling, you know, it's just like
What are
Holy
these
forehead.
foreheads?
putting it in these
That last was
crazy
Among, by the way.
team that Tracer could just never
Someone
beat.
AI'd
Like,
Among's
so
head did
annoying.
not have any hair.
Really powerful. Whereas the overload, sometimes it's a little awkward. Like you're on retake. Do you really want to build your turret before you overload? Like you're hamstringing yourself a little bit in the flexibility.
Yeah.
Where I think at this level of play, you kind of need to be able to use your cooldowns independently and not. blow
How come
everything all at
Ons
once,
wasn't
so you can
invited to
away
the
from that power
co-stream?
turret a little bit more easily.
Yeah, I agree with you. That being said, ranked games though.
Rank games, no.
Because we're not looking for one-trick
Oh my goodness,
wonders
VP comp. This
on the
is
Costream,
dirty.
unfortunately.
Ooh.
Something like this.
So I was
Damn.
We're looking for people that can have. We're looking for people that have
Just below
multi-year
the belt.
peaks like Avril.
Stola's smiling.
Yeah.
He's like,
I'd
give
love
me
to
this
see
thing.
Solari for a little bit, yeah.
But get some flexibility in there.
See though.
I mean, VP
We're officially
have
rolling out
gone.
for this.
VP have gone.
So the
like,
Brigida
full
ban
on
is
green.
like,
Qadsiah
okay, so
double
you still
speed,
just
Aga
pretty
can
much
be like,
deny.
There's a storm coming.
Possibility we can play like
Force
Ana,
into a
more
Lucio
than
comp.
likely, or play the Juno comp.
Now the question is, how smart are VP? Did they know that the Malga was coming this map?
I mean, the key is for Qadsiah is
I don't think that the Sig is to counter the Malga. I think Sig is just good on this opening round.
into the back line.
Well, I mean, Tread's
What?
having the worst day of his life.
Because he went a little deep. He went a little deep in A to Rock, which is very unfortunate. But Gala just dies to Lambda, so... Where's Tread going, dude? Do you just see him running into the
I
enemy
mean,
team?
he's making space.
His people need him. His people need him. He just disappeared. I just saw him run into enemy spawn for no reason. What the fuck was that? That was insane. Was he resetting? Is that a tactical reset?
What's up, B? Look up. They did make it do some maps.
You still have double speed composition here. You should be able to.
Well, Sol
Yeah, I
was never
mean-
going to Malgamura. I think that was a bad read from Qadsiah. Maybe he thought, Qadsiah thought it was going to be Malgamura.
I just think, I mean, in general, I've just been watching Virtus Pro beat Qadsiah's ass all year long, to where I can't imagine anything changes here on
You know,
man.
your initial rush does find a kill. There are so many threats across the board on VP. Qadsiah are walking up onto the point though. Pistola tanking.
First ult's coming. Fix is going to have it.
Pulled the trigger yet with their
It's a
dive.
dangerous comp for VP because I think it can win pretty hard in first round.
Forcing some skills out in their
But what
starting
happens after this? You're going to change your entire comp? You know, it's going to get
Tread, I
difficult.
mean, Tread gets immediately annihilated to the window.
He's gonna be able to do just way too much with the amp matrix.
I mean, look at all Qadsiah's old build here. It's really not particularly good. They're gonna have like the overclock, but they're not that close. They're close to support ults, but they're not that close for like a last fight
See,
recontest.
Tread's on his third hero. What is Tread doing, bro? Just stay the course. Do not go to Sigma. Sigma's going to be dog right after this point. You have to accept that you will lose the opening point market and just prepare for the next point afterwards with a superior comp, and then laugh as VP are playing the wrong comp. That's what you got to prepare for. Don't just fucking buckle and Sigma mirror this guy. You can't Sigma mirror Vistola, please. Come on.
It's too late. He's done it.
The Juno Lucio here.
They've committed.
Hanbin tried to
mirror.
do this shit and lost to Vistola. Like, come on, we gotta be real right now.
Yeah,
We have to be for real.
They're coming up on all these ultimates. Qadsiah really need to farm up a little bit more. Labda with the overclock could be a pretty big difference maker, but he's got to get past Pistola. And look at the damage already pouring in on VP.
Peppy, that's right. Peppy fumbled this matchup. Come on, you cannot beat Vistola in this matchup.
Right back onto that.
Oh, Gala, 1 HP. And they got Barrage. They're gonna trade. Haku has no beat because he gets barraged. I mean, that's
Check is-
pretty. I mean, that's
Oh,
pretty
check
good
does.
for Virtus Pro, considering that they have the fucking flex. Yeah, they're just gonna win flex.
Imagine how fast their pacing could have been if Tread was on Ram and they had beat Orbital Ray, double speed, and just double speed into VP and just run them down. With Ram possibly having Annihilation. Instead of just swapping Sig. This is just such a bad move from Qadsiah.
Just a 2K there with the flux, delayed third pick as well, and
They're not playing their own game. They're playing Virtus Pro's game and just losing at it. Instead of making their own game work. Which is what they should be doing.
If you can't win with Beat Blade, this match is over, man. This
Beat
is
Blade's also not guaranteed because Fixer and Gala have really good cooldowns to mitigate that.
Pistola. Bob comes in over the top right on Shockwave.
Okay, they have Lamp.
A beat as well.
I mean, they're gonna
So
take on
sort of blade.
Shockwave. Great.
Checkmate. Was it risky
Nothing left for
timing here?
VP other than Bob just gonna be going down on points. I mean, good delay. Oh, Haku goes down.
Landon dies. Landon dies is probably over. Landon dies is probably over.
Absolutely must go down.
I mean,
Solo heals.
it's
Nah,
over.
they can cook.
They get it done, but it's too expensive.
It's so cooked.
Yeah.
Qadsiah just.
I mean, I just
have no
don't think.
idea
I
what
mean,
to
there's
do.
just the thing is, we really shouldn't be expecting anything different because, like I said, like Virtus Pro's been beating up on this team all year long. Like it's just never been close, you know. It's really just
I'm
never
just saying
been
they're
close.
not. They're not even playing the best possible comp for the matchup purposes. I just think they're choosing the wrong matchup here. So yeah, they could just lose anyway. But if they're gonna lose anyway, at least like play the right matchups to give yourself the best chance to win.
out aggression, extreme.
And because VP like are just winning, they don't even need to change because Tread is justifying their Sigma match pick, and now they're gonna go back to the Ram, which is what they should have done anyway. After realizing this was what they should be doing. I actually don't think Lucio Kiriko is necessary. I think they should have stayed on Lucio Juno just for the tempo.
Dude, honestly, you know the other thing that sucks here for all Qadsiah, I mean, these guys fucking flew to China, and they got eliminated after 1 day if they lose here. I think any international
somebody
tournament,
has to lose, right?
I think yeah, but the point is like I think that's the benefit of having the 4 days, right? Because with 4 days you can at least get 2 days at an event typically.
Yeah, following up the damage, but you can't even retreat. Treads into
We have a group stage as well.
no hope to back out.
I think EWC we had 2 days group stage, so
Like I just think like I find that like an extra like flattening essentially for like if you have an international event and you have teams fly in from like really far away, only having having teams have a potential where their minimum amount of time they could be there is a single day is like really shitty.
I mean, they're not being sent home tomorrow. They're like
No,
their
I know.
hotel goes until the end of the
But
day.
like
so.
but the point being is more so that like it sucks for you
not
only
playing
to,
anymore, yeah.
to only have like a single day of play.
Goes down.
If Bro can't do it, nobody can. Labda, this is his moment. Needs to find more. Gala is gonna rip that captive son. No connection there, but the flight is gonna get
I can tell why people think Jwoo is good though. When you watch Jwoo and VP beat up on other EMEA teams like this, you would be led into thinking that Jwoo was good. But then you see him versus other Korean players and versus like Shy and Leave, and you're like, okay, this guy's kind of overrated.
Bobby used Tread's just stuck in the corner. I mean, it's just. I mean, they had the flip, but like it's. I'm gonna commit with the rush here. I mean, they really believe that they could just win this with Labda, dude. Labda. I mean, like I don't know what their plan was. Like they popped a rush, and they're just like also like just playing. With the, like Vestola was just gonna put a shield the whole time.
They've fallen apart. They've fallen apart. Labda's now trying to take the game with his own hands. He's just trying to make solo plays, and it's not working.
This flashpoint point is going to take really fast, and Virtus Pro, they're gonna push up with another window, Jake. Qadsiah's gonna have a hard time touching this point.
Like Tread win the whole map without ulting. Is that true? Is he
No,
actually got
surely
the
he'll
whole
get
map
it.
without
Surely
ulting?
he'll get it. Surely. Well, okay.
Because he is swap heroes like 3 times now. Oh my god. Did Tread seriously not ult 1 time?
Well, they're definitely making up
fact
some
check?
time here.
Can I get a fact check? Can I get a fact check from Real American Patriots?
They are
whether
making up some time
Tread
here.
got 1 ult.
Confused in the chat, but come on. I mean, you want
First to three, first matchup.
yeah, right. But this is the.
Well, I'm gonna take this time to feed my cats. I got time. My Qadsiah. Am I right?
Man, talk about spirit breaking for Qadsiah. They came into the tournament. They looked pretty competitive against Falcons. They won a map. And VP looks so beatable. Once again, proved these guys aren't so tough. You know, you can.
Is there another EMEA team that could have done better than OWCS this tournament? Genuine question. Does anyone think there could have been another EMEA team that should be here except for instead of OWCS?
Yeah, I mean,
Not Genji, that's for sure. We can cut Genji out. Ultimates probably fumbled a little too hard. I don't know. Maybe Ultimates if they locked in, like a fully locked in Ultimates, maybe. OWCS on the way. Yeah, they're about to get eliminated. I mean, we all expect them to get eliminated, so it's not a surprise. But
they're going to get the picks required to win those
oh,
fights. Qadsiah not feeling comfortable enough to really get in there. They swapped off Maug after the very
check the VOD. Tread Vestola ulted for sure. There's not Vestola. Tread didn't ult 1 time. Okay, that's very sad.
Well, yeah, because he didn't have ult here. He didn't have ult on first point on Mauga, and like he didn't get it for the Ramatra. So.
Yeah, because he went Malgo, Ramatra, Sigma, Ramatra, and because he swapped 3 times with 4 heroes, he didn't get a single ult, and they were losing the whole time. Do you think another EMEA team deserved to be here instead of Qadsiah? Curious.
No, I
Or
think
is this just the?
I think EMEA is kind of cheeks. So I think Virtus Pro is good. But yeah, I think EMEA is kind of cheeks. Like Vision got relegated.
I think. Do you know what it is?
Ultimates never were very good.
Do you want to hear a fun theory? I think EMEA and China are both very similar in the regard that they have one really good team and the rest of the region is pretty cheeks. That's what I think.
Twisted Minds, the unfortunate thing about Twisted Minds is that they were not very good either. They were fucking middling the whole stage. Like, I don't necessarily know, like, would I maybe say historically Twisted Minds probably could have done, like, potentially better than Qadsiah, maybe, but like they couldn't even beat Qadsiah. So like, ouch. So I think that's just the problem, is that like EU has like one really good team with Virtus Pro, and they have several mid-lane teams that are not very strong, and they have a bunch of really bad teams. So Gen G,
no, I have no faith in Gen G.
yeah,
sorry.
I agree.
No faith.
I don't have faith in Gen G either.
It's a scary spot to be for Qadsiah, because now
Like the only team
Maybe
I
with
could
the
see
new
being
lineup.
argued over like Qadsiah is Twisted Minds, maybe, and even then Twisted Minds just never had enough consistency.
I don't know. Obviously, we're talking about Gen G stage 1 roster. We're not talking about their new roster with Exodial, who are you, which is
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, you have to use
they
the old
didn't
roster.
play, so you can't
Yeah.
like you can't just shove them in there.
I mean, think about the performance he's had across the season. I mean, even today, coming up so huge against Team Falcons, kind of like.
I mean, was their DPS even the worst part of the roster? Was it?
They were able to get a map win was his performance on Sojourn, and now he's facing elimination from the.
I mean, it wasn't a shining
Top Dragon
light.
did play bad. I will say Top Dragon did not play well.
I mean, I do know people that literally was the memes I saw. You know, there was something about Gen G. I don't know what it is, but Gen G gets so many memes made about them. Of like Top Dragon, and like when Top Dragon got like dropped, I saw so many memes about it. I'm like, Top Dragon must have been like a universe. I don't know why people hated Top Dragon so much.
He was good in like other teams, but on Gen G he was cheeks, and I don't know why. I don't know why he was Giga Cheeks on Gen G. But even after going to Wei, he already looked better, but still not quite enough. Given that they did lose to VP, but maybe Wei were just not that good anyway. Especially losing Who Are You.
Oh my god, not a break. They're really gonna do a break. Can't we just finish this shit out?
What was the Top Dragon meme? What was the meme? What was the meme?
It was like they were just like AI rotoscoping his body over like TikTok videos of like putting like text of like yes, it's like essentially like this meme format of a guy dancing. Like it was like Drewski doing a dance, and then like it's like there would be a song playing. And it's like, yes, I'm Top Dragon. Yes, I blah blah blah. It's just like a bunch of like Top Dragon slander.
Right.
Hello,
Yeah, Wei
this
did
is
look
your
worse
food.
without Who Are You. Say what?
Sorry, I have to put away my cat's food because when I feed them and then I open the door, the other cats will run in and they'll try to eat their food.
Is this a Texas cat or is this a cat you had in LA?
They're the same cats. I have two cats that I've had.
Just
they're
moving them
both my
along.
cats. They move
Moving
along.
them between states. How do you move them super far distances across states from California to Texas? What's the method?
By plane.
So what? You just
You
put
can
them
just
in a
bring them on.
carrier on the plane and
Yeah, you bring them on as a carry-on.
just put them in a plane seat, a seat next to you, or like.
No, they have to go under the seat. And they count as like your essentially your carry-on item. So then you're only allowed, so like you can't bring a carry-on bag, but you can still bring like a personal item.
I just watched the Top Dragon meme and
Did you
I hate to
watch
say
it?
it, guys, but it looks like Zoomer slop to me. If I'm gonna.
I mean, it is Zoomer slop, but it's funny. It is Zoomer slop because to me it's mostly funny because like I didn't realize Top Dragon was so like hated. Like I didn't think that he had like this much hate where people are gonna be dropping the memes of him getting dropped.
I just have very sophisticated humor where I require 30 minutes of setup with at least minimum 5 references made.
Yeah, you love like
the
leftist
punchline- in the
memes where it's
punchline.
just like gigantic wall of text, no doubt. Av would be like, this meme is so good, and you take a look at it, and it's like fucking 8,000 words on the image in front of you.
We're here in Hangzhou, China for the Champions Clash. The best teams in the world right here, the two best teams in EMEA. One of them has to go home, and right now it's kind of looking like
All they gotta do next is to put that
going to the airport soon.
song, the French song on next to it, and that's perfect, you know?
Ooh, the Le Poisson Steve. Now that would go
Song
hard.
on top of the, yeah.
A few hours ago, and now they find themselves in a 2-0 hole.
1 p.m. I just woke up. What I missed? Nothing much, really. Falcons maybe on fraud watch, but they won. It's more of a fraud warning.
Problem is, it's hard to know with Falcons because they can look really bad and then just win the entire tournament anyway. You know, they could just like literally be the most unserious team in the first few rounds and then lock in unbelievably hard as soon as we get into like upper bracket final or low bracket final grand finals.
VP ban Tracer. Ban Tracer for
You guys just missed out on the excellent cosplayers that I saw in the Chinese broadcast. Where I was looking. Oh no, you got it. You got it for two. You got it for half a second, guys.
Literally half a second.
I enjoyed it for minimum 4 seconds. You guys got half a second. Okay? That's the difference right now. That's the difference. That's a China difference.
Okay, you definitely replied. This Trish replied. Someone says, "Where did you find Le Poisson Steve?" Someone else replies, Qadsiah getting finger blasted. Those are not related. Those are two very unrelated things.
There's a white person in the audience. Quick, put the camera on them. They're white. Quick. It's novelty. There's no white people. Trying to quick show them.
Like, everyone will understand when we lose playing Rush. It's like, no, screw that, man. Like, we are coming back. We're gonna.
No, I found Le Poisson Steve from TikTok.
Honestly, I think like an Ana Winston style.
Listen, I'm TikTok filled.
Probably their best bet when it comes to really pushing the pace, trying to take it to Virtus Pro here.
Yeah,
That's ground zero of slop. TikTok is literally ground zero. All the War of the World slop comes from TikTok, I'm sure.
Maybe close the distance.
He's white.
Compositions we're seeing from Virtus Pro. I wanted to keep in mind as well here on Esperanza. We have seen Virtus Pros play similar double flex support kind of compositions, and play the BAP, for example. Like Fixa has played BAP here on Esperanza before, so it is something Virtus Pro can do, and OWCS, of course, very much aware of that. Maybe they'll go to the Winston.
100% lip is
Guys,
on Steve.
checkmate Ryan is the last time. You see checkmate locking the Ryan right now. I don't care. That's the only hope they got.
It's bait. We're like
Well, just because I said it a minute ago.
All right, it's bait even when they're in the spawn. We're like looking at their screens like we have no idea.
I need anything, Jake. Any detail.
I hope they play Ana Winston dive it. That's what I would do if I were them here. You've got to just like take
Checkmate Ryan, but he has access to the stadium perks, and no one else does.
Tracer ban could kind of hurt VP because I think Checkmate's pretty happy to make this kind of a Genji game.
Yeah, absolutely. Checkmate, capable of playing a lot of different heroes. We'll have to see.
Just eat your food, cat, please.
But yeah, it's probably going to be a Genji. You don't expect it like.
How big is the studio? Like 15 seats?
I refuse to believe it.
What are you? Are you looking at the same studio that I am? It's a little bit larger.
Probably.
I mean, they said it was like what, a shit ton of seats.
It's an arena.
Also, I don't think. Yeah, and also I don't think the arena. Are they using the full thing today? I think it's like they're opening it up as it goes on. I believe because that's definitely not
the entire bolt. Well, there's 3 layers. There's 2 layers of seating and then a ground floor. So, yeah, I don't know. Whatever that is. They are putting Ziad. This is what I'm saying. Why is Ziad not playing? They're just playing Diva anyway.
Well,
they're just playing Ziad heroes. Just shove it. He was the starting player for Qadsiah. Put him in, son. Put him in. And Haku gets to play Lucio now. Oh, and he's carrying on Lucio. Look at that. It just kills Gala.
Haku, the real carry.
Wow, Haku. I've never seen enemy Gamble be more wrong about Haku ever.
Takes the turn, punishes him right back. Virtus Pro trying to clutch out with just a few players left in the fight. Seems like this is going the way of Qadsiah.
Yeah, 2v3 with a Lucio advantage for Qadsiah.
They're calling it for Qadsiah, but that was almost a Lambda feed into Vestola.
Not going to get a lot of push from this. You don't want to die late though. So Vestola goes down late. Virtus Pro gonna have to regroup now, and Qadsiah will
Stadium to defend Overwatch Esports. I mean, not in its current form.
2023 Overwatch World Cup champion Haku to you guys.
That's true. That's true.
All right, guys. All right, remember that.
Wait a minute. Is Ziad the glue? Is Ziad the it factor?
He's the glue.
Is it him?
It's certainly not. It's certainly not Tread picking 4 heroes and not getting a single ultimate. Unfortunately.
Going in with the missiles.
Ziad might be the answer.
All right, Ziad just called, "Put me in, coach." I'll make plays, and he's doing it. He's delivering. Genji dashing in, holding the point for now. Ziad trying to fight it out. Checkmate on the Torb now, under a bit of pressure, but Labda with a bit of a free fire zone now. Gonna come up to the flank on the high ground, instant burst, and there's the Juno down. That's some of the core healing for
Wait,
Pro.
I mean, Qadsiah are actually back.
No, there's no second healer. Ziad has the self-
Like they're actually
map
back.
Maybe
What map did Qadsiah win against Falcons, by the way? Was it on Sorvasa?
Oh, I think it was
Sorvasa, right?
Sorvasa, yeah.
I think it was Sorvasa. It was Sorvasa. And then they got fucking roll on Rusapi, which is probably why they're not going Rusapi and they're on Esperanza. Makes sense.
Let's see what Virtus Pro can pull out.
I mean, Gala's been
BO5 finals. This is not a finals.
60% to orbital ray. Where's your
This is
orbital?
a elimination match.
Has
Not
it on
had a
the
good
line.
time.
Big backblink here from Labda. The pace has been completely switched up here. Virtus Pro struggling to find their footing. The rally from Fixa though, gonna stabilize.
Oh, left on 2 HP, saved by a beat. What? Hello, saved by the beat on 2 HP.
Ooh,
And they're
the
gonna lose.
reflect.
Okay.
It's okay, Jay
wow.
was doing
and
it.
they're gonna lose.
Still though,
Jay Woo's doing things.
One of the most insane beat timings from Haku. Probably the best beat time I've ever seen at Haku, given that he always fucking fumbles his beat. And then Qadsiah lose. That's crazy.
Fresh life into this team. Checkmate on the Torb.
They hold on to the Ray here too, so they can probably just like use the Ray to just
Is the Torb lava
just
sorta
pretty
hard
much
to
charge
make
through the
it work
Torbolt.
here? And
He'll wade
Gala
through
with
the
orbital ray, a
puddles.
Much more powerful, much more potent situation to be in. Qadsiah on the retake. Yeah, they're getting out of
They decided to flip the map.
Is rolling, and I think VP are kind of happy to play the slow game.
You'll see the contest. Good spot for a molten core here.
There it is.
Players away now. Orbital ray comes over the top. Virtus
I'm in
Pro
OWC
needs to
finals.
Checkmate.
Ah, yeah.
Jwoo has the dash reset.
Yeah,
But the
you're
cards
you're
continue
right.
to roll. I mean,
You're speaking.
Qadsiah, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
You're speaking the
Checkmate's
truth.
going against you. Are you really gonna wait for checkmate? They say no. They come in fighting the point, but this is a 4v5. Fixa on the brick, so stable, and Shockwave starting to stand and deliver.
81 meters, but they're bleeding right now because Virtus Pro's catching up. Qadsiah very slow. Are they gonna do something?
I mean, they
Qadsiah
need
need
to
to go
contest.
in.
They're gonna have to send Ziad to touch point.
Positional high ground.
They're gonna have to send Ziad to touch
Capping.
point.
To capitalize with it.
He's DMAC'd for it. Literally DMAC'd. He had to touch point and they DMAC'd him. I wonder if it would have been acceptable to let the cap go and then engage after that. But they kind of engaged anyway.
Oh,
hang on. Good
wait a minute.
trades, good trades. Checkmate.
I mean, Checkmate is getting a lot done
Facility
here.
Hero Specialist is winning.
Uh-oh. They took
And
the
they
bot.
stole payload.
I mean, Mastola wins it, but I mean, can he even get this cap?
He can't. He's already out.
Yeah.
No, he's not out. He's booped. He's not out.
I mean, no, don't lose more frags to Vestola. I mean, he's gonna go down late.
Wow, that looked scary for a second there. Whew.
Wow.
They didn't get the
So
checkpoint, though. That's crucial for
did they not cap? I thought they capped. Did they not cap?
They didn't. I don't think they
Oh
did.
my god, they didn't cap?
No, wait, no, they did. Because look, the barrier is beyond checkpoint, right?
Stabilize a little bit here. Jwoo getting a little bit of a cheeky stall there on the
No,
Genji,
that's
buying a bit
Qadsiah's
more
check.
time
What are you
for
talking
his
about?
teammates to
No,
get
I
back
think they.
in
What is
Am I
it?
going
Is
crazy?
it 53-55? Is it 53-55 the cap or what? I forget. I'm a forgetful guy. What? I can't remember what the exact.
Dude, my
number is.
brain's. I'm so tired. My brain's barely working.
53-55 is the exact cap, so they didn't get it. They did not get it.
Orbital Ray committed. They're pushing through the toe.
2 ults for us. Trades coming in. Virtus Pro getting the better of this engagement. Shockwave doesn't even need to necessarily pop.
Once Jwoo blades, it's probably over if he even needs it.
Oh yeah, you're
I think
right. You're right.
Ziad's
You're
gonna-
right.
oh,
Yeah,
they're
the
beating.
dot lights up. There's a cap.
Does Jwoo go for the hero blade? Does Jwoo do it? Is he a
Oh.
hero?
Oh my God, Shockwave. Oh,
Only
got
a
Haku.
hero can save us.
no way.
Not gonna
Shockwave
something
is fighting
again.
for it, but Labda didn't, and it's going to be Qadsiah slowly but surely losing this fight.
Oh, dude, I think Virtus Pro are back.
We're going to get
They just can't lose
back
more.
here.
They can't lose a lot of
Checkmate goes
frags here.
down.
They just can't lose a lot of kills.
Checkmate always gets his one on Torb. He always gets his one.
4 minutes left, and Qadsiah hold the lead. It's not a good enough lead to win, but
Yeah.
it's a good look. It's a very good look considering the last 2 maps.
I mean, the thing is that there's another
30
Virtus Pro. Like, I mean, look at the old bank here, Virtus Pro again though, because like they have a Ray Blade, so it's like a pretty easy
Yeah,
fight.
it's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts.
It's a pretty
I
easy
don't
fight when
think
those are portals.
I don't think Molten Core is enough, unfortunately, and it can get eaten by Vasola as well.
And also, Haku's gone Brigida. Haku's gone off the Lucio.
It was also not a rookie, just to be clear.
But the cap comes in. I mean,
Played a stage of OWCS prior to Virtus Pro.
Orbital Ray in response from Gala, kind of an awkward Ray, maybe
I mean, there's gonna.
They traded Molten Core for Orbital. I think that's
Honestly,
a good
that's
trade
a pretty
for
reasonable.
Qadsiah
Yeah,
to
it's a pretty
lose the
reasonable
cap.
trade. Now Qadsiah just
But
lead.
now this is it. This is the fight. If Jaywu Blaze and wins, they flip and VP win the map. I think.
But also, I mean, Fixer about to have is about to have rally too, so they have
Oh, yeah,
like a
it's
ton of
finished.
sustain to stay in this.
It's done. It's done. Yep. Yeah, the flip happens now and then. Probably the whole map. Probably the whole map now. Not guaranteed, but I would say very convincing.
I mean, here comes the lead. There's lead.
It was well milked by Virtus Pro to not Blade
Well
when Gala ulted.
That's how I like my Overwatch, is well milked.
All the tools they have to work with in this fight, landing close to that Ray. But it feels like this is a fight you need Labda to win. You can't be over-ulting in a situation where you've already lost the advantage.
Torb really good here. Oh, I mean, it's not bad on this map. Torb's like a pretty relatively decent pick into Genji in general, depending on the composition. It's more so, it's pretty hard when you're playing, like, when there's, like, D.Va and Brigitte. Typically, you're able to, like, burn, like, just mitigate a lot more of the Torb value. Versus if you were playing, like, a different tank.
It's not great when you're not playing into, like, something you can easily shoot in close range, like a Malga or a Azed or a Winston or some shit. Like, versus D.Va, most of your damage is eaten, your ultimate gets eaten. It's annoying for Jaywu maybe, but it's not as annoying if Jaywu was on Tracer, it'd be worse. So the Genji doesn't even care that much compared to a Tracer.
Oh my god, Haku died
fadeaway
99, like 98% to the fucking rally.
The fadeaway headshot from Shockwave. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. What's insane about this is I haven't called the map yet because it's still winnable for Qadsiah. And when you know Avril Theory has not been confirmed. I've not called it. This is winnable from Qadsiah. Yeah.
I mean,
this should have been Virtus Pro every single time. Vasola feels it as
it
well.
broke down. They're gonna get a late kill. Yeah, they do. Get the bot back. I still think the problem here is when you look at like the long game here is like, yes, okay, one good fight probably puts in a winnable territory for Qadsiah, but like the ult bank is pretty tough. The only hope here is that Checkmate gets played.
So
Checkmate's gotta
need to make sure their win condition right now is to make sure they don't lose more meters to Virtus Pro. So we keep the game at the neutral, maybe winning if possible, and then in OT you start winning fights, and then you'll get the flip in OT. That's the win condition for Qadsiah right now.
I mean, Checkmate literally just has to get played. Let's see it. That's just the only hope. That's the only hope for them. And
none of this really matters until OT.
Taking the bot.
This is still not the worst. It doesn't matter until OT. Right now, this is all just bullshit. Wait for 30 seconds into OT, and then it actually counts. And that's when Qadsiah actually to win. It's obviously not great that they're gonna have to start on their side of the map, but OT's
wait,
enough that it's winnable.
Wait, Jaywu rolled. I mean, Jaywu's gone. There's no blade.
Okay.
They burned Jaywu
just
through
got
that.
stiffed.
Fixa pops it
Checkmate
early. They still. I mean, I can't believe that. Holy shit, that's
Holy
crazy.
checkmate just Chad mated all of them.
Yeah, he actually did Chad mate.
Checkmate just literally pulled out the 2023 Florida Mate.
Wait, that's actually the greatest possible situation for Qadsiah in the world.
And Labda's ult. So this is it. So if Labda can survive,
I mean, I don't even know
They won't.
how. I mean, I look at Qadsiah's ult. They're even close to Ray. I don't even know how Qadsiah can lose this. I literally can't even think. I mean, how does Qadsiah even fucking lose this?
They can just fumble.
It would have to be the
Shockwave would
fumble
just
of the
find a
century.
miracle.
When you look at a bomb, overclock,
Yeah,
Ray.
good. Okay, here we go. Shoot somebody else. Dude, stop looking at the Genji. Shoot somebody else.
Oh, the zone's so good. Oh my god, they killed Checkmate, the fucking peel. Oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe the overclock. I mean, actually insanely good peel from Fixa and Vestola.
Shockwave dead. Winnable. Shockwave
Wait, I mean,
dead.
they win. No, they win. They win. They just win. They win.
Oh,
It's way over. It's just so over. As soon as that fight happened there with the overclock and they get the pick on Checkmate, it was done.
Yeah.
Because they build the fucking annihilation. It was over.
Yeah. So yeah. Remember, you're like, how did Qadsiah lose? Like, they could fumble, and then they fumbled. And then they literally.
I mean, to be fair, that's also a ridiculous play. From like the peel there between Fixa and Vestola to keep Jaywu alive was really good.
Jaywu was also deflecting for 10 years. And Labda's just like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna spend my whole OC looking at this fucking deflect.
What a
buying
beef,
time
though.
for the rest of VP to walk in there and protect them. It's like, dude, swap targets.
Yeah,
Just
what
like
a
go
beef.
back to main. Do not get baited into small room. Play open. Play open where you have to force all of VP to run the fuck away and you force a flip. If you're in a position to force a flip, they can't run. You fight open where Labs is safe and you just outrange everybody and you get free kills and you're not just looking at deflecting fucking Genji. That's all it takes.
Well, we have one game left, so, and I'm still kind of awake, so I guess I can just man mode it.
It might be a 3-0 as well, because I don't think CC are going to do much. But in fact, my faith in CC is so low, I'm going to do a very interesting spread.
The front line of Virtus Pro kind of pushed Qadsiah back, that they weren't really able to find their footing. They weren't
choose outcome. Wait, this is a 50. This is a literal 50-50 almost between VP Qadsiah.
The Genji player for Qadsiah who went down there for
There you go.
situations. Checkmate went down, of course. And then it was
So it's CC versus
overtime there. Well,
SSG.
SSG.
Unfortunately, we'll throw it over to the desk and see what they have to say, how they can break down.
So
this
the
Tough loss there for Qadsiah, not able to
So
find the
the
revenge they were looking for in a 3-0 sweep for Virtus.
kind of silver lining for Qadsiah is at least got a map versus Falcons.
From EMEA. Jack, I know that you were so hyped about how they handled those last couple of fights there on our push map.
Yeah, that was sick. Like around 2-3 minutes when they got the lead, their ultimate economy game there was so clean.
A Haku masterclass. Anime Gamer Girl, you really do. You're just the #1 Haku hater. Okay.
And it was
So-
like, okay, we go with Blade, and then we go
Haku
with Rally, and then we go
didn't do anything
It was a
egregious
very slow
from my
build to
POV
get
this
to
time.
lead.
His game versus Falcons was so questionable, man.
Pretty scrappy,
But
first match.
that last map at least, I thought that he wasn't the problem.
It's really heartbreaking to see Qadsiah go out in this fashion. I think Jake and Johnny did touch on this. The fact that you have Qadsiah that does something that feels impossible, taking a map off of what is considered to be one of the best teams heading into this tournament.
They look better with Ziad though. I question why Tread was starting over Ziad this series.
Convert over into a full match win, and they got so close here. It really is just it's just tough. Like, after all of the adversity that they faced, to also get here as well.
Qadsiah taking a map of Falcons is crazy too on Avast, and you can see why they wanted to go there. This was the fight I was kind of mentioning too, how they ended up getting the lead. Very good ult tempo and ult usage from VP, and it shows the veterancy in that squad too. Like, just ridiculous stuff from Virtus Pro.
I can hear meowing.
I don't think Qadsiah should
I can
be
hear
too
meowing
disappointed
somewhere.
with that. Like I said, getting a map off of Falcons is a crazy feat, because it's not every day we see a Western
Meows
team
are detected.
Falcons or crazy recruiting, even getting a map. But Fix are getting your MVP of this match.
Yeah, Fix getting the MVP in this match. The backline was massive for VP.
I hear more meowing. More meowing
We
detected.
saw, like, Vestal was smirking on the player cams and whatnot.
What's impressive was that the cat looked awake for most of our stream.
Yeah.
If he's so confident with a
Oh,
lot
cat
of those
party
plays
time?
because of Fixa and Gala. And I think when you take a look at this backline, something that has been so impressive about Virtus Pro the entirety of the season. Gotta talk about Gala.
Did you guys know that cats meow just for us?
Like, Gala comes in, Jack is so excited because
They do it because we
Gala is a
respond to it.
player and plays Alari a lot and is so competent. But then you have Fixa, because like you can't just play the Alari just like by itself. Doesn't do enough in terms of being able
They meow to talk to
bear the
us. We're
responsibility of
special.
both doing like the support and damage. So you got Fixa.
There's a special
You
language
have
they
to
use
get
for
to
us.
back and like make sure you can actually enable all of those big plays. And so major credit. It's not often that we get a chance to see a support MVP. So
Right click
I love it.
Alari, let's be real. You just throw the pylon and then start shooting people. That's it. I mean, Gala does that super well. Their poke style on Avast coming into it, just playing literally pure poke, was really cool to see. And I'm glad they whipped it out, because that
Bro,
was what
yapper.
tripped up a lot of teams actually throughout the regular season, was that mad flexibility in the backline.
No, for sure.
She's
for
losing
sure.
her
But
damn
some
mind.
teams have actually gotten tripped up in the brackets, and where we're landing for our
Very,
last matchup
very
of today
audible
here
meowing.
as well.
I was
Because she
saying
had,
the
uh,
most impressive part
No surprise,
What?
Team Falcons, and once
is
again, up
I saw the
there,
cat being active at the start of your stream, which means the cat's been awake as long as you have. Unless
Well,
the cat
they've
was
been
napping
napping.
up the whole time.
They've been napping in and out.
Team CC Rose versus SSG.
Unlike me, they've been getting some
Really
naps in.
interesting.
I'm not. I don't know about you. I'm not a nap guy. I can't nap.
Are going to fall because we saw them both
No, I
take
can't.
pretty
Dude,
hard
Jack
If I
looks
sleep, I
dead.
sleep.
and there was
I'm looking at Jack. Jack looks fucking dead.
There's so much hope for North North America being able to get another team further into the competition.
This is the latest he stayed up.
Dude,
for
he
5
looks
years.
dead.
Actually, that's not true because he used to cast APAC for a little while.
Yeah, he did
He
cast.
was not happy about being on APAC hours during that 2021 year where he's casting APAC.
But it's so tough to actually see where these
That was
two
rough.
teams are going to stack up against each other.
It feels like an SSG win to me down there.
He's a morning guy, right? He's definitely a morning guy. Must
He's
be.
a very big morning guy.
Brackets as a whole.
Well, it's because
Oh,
he goes to bed at like 9 p.m. to wake up at 5 a.m.
It
So
might be 4 a.m., so I might be hallucinating a little bit, but
he's a very big morning dude.
the way down because Team CC and Space Station, they kind
You
of
point the
expected
cat's
to be
face
in
at the
this
camera.
position. I expect Space Station to just
You
come
take
back
her up
in
here.
and just start swinging. I really do.
There you
Team
go.
CC, there were a few
Some
bright
cats.
spots there, but
Oops, sorry.
SSG felt.
Cat's like, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? What is this bullshit?
She's hanging out.
They came in as the second seed, but it did feel.
Yeah, they're not in China. They're technically in a studio in Los
I
Angeles.
still have high hopes for them as a dive team.
They're casting from a studio in LA in the middle of the night. That'd be
How
right.
do you
You'd be
expect
correct.
yourself to go
They're at a
toe-to-toe
studio in
with
LA
a
and
crazy
in the middle of the night.
raccoon? I think that when you look at
What's
just
what's
mean-
LA time right now? Quickly, someone know?
It's
Any LA residents?
It's 4:30 a.m. just about. Getting close to 4:30.
It definitely is possible. It'd be interesting to
Was
see.
Uber
but we
Homer
have
gonna be
some
wild? Not
shock
really.
rounds
In LA, you
for
can Uber
you
literally any
that
time of
we're
night. It does not
awaiting
matter.
with Shockwave.
There's like
Let's check that out.
always so many Ubers.
Welcome back, everybody. Danny Liv here, joined by Shockwave from.
You are not
British
living in a
Pro.
modern
Let's go.
first world
3-0
city if you can't
victory.
take an Uber
I gotta
any
say,
time of the
bro,
day.
At the end, the very last match, it got a little close. It got a little close, but you guys pulled it off. You guys got the win, 3-0 victory. Big congratulations. How do you feel? I mean, this was the lower bracket.
No, you do not want to give him caffeine because bro's gonna go to bed after this night.
Yeah.
You take caffeine now, you're fucked.
How do you feel right now?
That's a
Yeah,
bad time.
it's too late for the caffeine.
A bit relieved as well. Like,
I mean, it's good. I made it this far without
they were
taking
fun.
any caffeine, so I'm
But
like in a good
just
spot,
happy that we can
honestly.
still, like, show that we're
I don't know about you, but I usually take caffeine for a cast, which means I'm wired as shit when I'm casting. Which means it's hard to sleep afterwards, which means after casting APAC, despite it being on my time zone, back in Owl, I would end up staying until like 5 a.m. Staying up till 5 a.m. because I couldn't sleep afterwards because I was too wired.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really drink caffeine, so it's pretty easy for me to like.
It's like, oh, like we faced them multiple times, so like, we're a little bit more
It's pretty easy for me to like not utilize it. Like I utilize it sometimes when I'm really tired, but for the most part I don't drink caffeine. So like I don't really have to worry about it fucking up my sleep schedule.
but I don't know. I feel like
It helps me focus. I feel like when I don't have some sort of stimulant, I'm not as focused on the cast. And I don't pick up as many things that I should be picking up. And the quality of the cast is not as good. So that's why that's why I drug up. Performance enhancing drugs, that is.
He's always popping pills and smoking
We had
things.
a boot camp in Korea, so we're testing a lot because we kind of have to,
Getting my hormones from Avast directly, dealing it straight from the source.
Smash is cooking. I'm so excited to see what he's cooking and what VP is cooking.
Trying to fix my mic here. There we
So
go.
much. Big congratulations on getting the win. That is it from me.
I have to like lean my microphone against my other microphone that I brought with me, my USB mic, because my mic stand on this card table is like flopping over because it doesn't have enough like structure to it.
Coming out from Shockwave there. Great to hear that the coach is cooking in the background. The team sounds really confident there, Rose.
Kind of humble as well, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
The humble or tired, I'm not sure either.
Dude,
one.
Jack, he's killing me. Jack's expressions on the desk are killing me.
They've got a long road ahead of them, but the veterancy and Smash and the
Struggling to keep
Surely
his
that's
eyes
more
open.
expensive than flying them to China? A studio? No, definitely not. Studio space in LA is not that expensive.
Team CC, who are
The thing is,
Especially if they
like-
already had and have a deal for it.
Yeah, like studio space in LA, like there's so many fucking studios in LA. Like it's not expensive to get studio space. So it's way cheaper. And like
You have
Avril
to
said,
consider-
like, there's just like no point if they're not even the main broadcast going into the arena. So
If you fly them there, you have to pay for flights, potential visa costs as well, and then also accommodation on top of that, and
Yep.
also food.
Yep.
You have to feed them with the catering and all that kind of stuff. All of that adds up pretty quick.
where's your studio in LA? Don't need it. I have my studio here. You're in my studio right now. This is where dreams happen. This is where the magic gets made. Oh my god. See, I'm starting to hit that wall where like you've been up so long where you start to feel like slightly less tired. I don't know if that happens to you, where after you've been up for so long, you kind of start to feel like a little bit less tired almost.
So I have a specific time during the day, or more accurately, I should say the night, where I just get a burst of energy and I don't feel tired and I'm like ready to go, man. And that time is about between 11 p.m. and like 4 a.m.
That's a
and 3
gigantic
a.m.
window. What are you talking about? That's a humongous window.
During that time period, I'm like good to go. It doesn't matter how tired I am, it just like disappears and I'm like, I'm good, man, you know? And I'm not too sure why that is the
I feel like
case.
the window is. I thought the window would typically be like, maybe like a 2-hour window for most people, if that. Like that's like a 5-hour window.
I don't know. That's what it feels like to me. I don't know the like the literal truth behind it, but
I
it
mean, like,
just
yeah, I
feels
don't
like
actually know.
it's to me.
That shit is just like a crazy huge window where it's like, yeah, 5 hours of the day after I've been up for any amount of time, I'm like fucking energetic.
Swish. I don't live in LA noodles. That's the problem. I'm also not on. I'm a fill-in guy when somebody goes away. I'm not on the actual main broadcast.
It's the problem and the solution, because it doesn't get to be in LA, but also doesn't have to deal with living in LA.
You enjoyed living in LA, didn't you? I was gonna say
I
I did
did.
not want to live in LA, but you like
I
it.
like LA. I did like LA. It has its downsides, obviously, but I personally like LA.
What were the upsides?
Weather's amazing.
True.
Lots of stuff to do. Tons of different restaurants and bars and shit. You know, if you like going out, which I like going out a decent amount, trying getting a lot of different food.
Good luck getting to those places, though. Got him.
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
but like traffic takes a while, but like whatever. That's like one of the biggest downsides is the traffic besides the cost. So
I think there's
I'm
a good
fan of it, though.
culture, like a general good vibe and culture in LA, or
I would say it just depends. Some areas that are kind of like some that are kind of bad, some that are great. Just depends where you're
based
at.
on areas.
I think
you'd say.
also like LA like has plenty of areas, not entirely, but there are a couple areas where it's at least kind of walkable as well. Like I lived in one that was pretty walkable, which was kind of nice. Where you didn't have to have a car to get around. You could walk around and go do stuff. So yeah, I think there's a lot of benefits things that I enjoyed. Obviously, like a very specific one was like a bunch of my friends and everything, and people I know live in LA, so it was easy to hang out with people, like getting to talk with people. So, which is always like a boon. But yeah, so I liked it. Definitely not perfect, but I don't think there is like a perfect place to live. And for me, it like met most of my requirements. Like after being back in Texas, like it's crazy because it's like, oh man, it's so easy to drive here. It's so easy to fucking drive here, like so cheap. But I'm just like the weather's just so ass.
If you have money, there are plenty of perfect places to live. I think that's the major difference. With the right amount of money, any place in the world suddenly become perfect to live in.
I think for me, it's just like the benefit of a neighborhood. I was in Culver City. I was like in downtown Culver City.
Oh, that's where they had the hotel and shit in Overwatch World Cup 2017. That's where we stayed with all the other players. I obviously didn't get to go around and have a look or anything because we were busy.
It's really nice. It's a really, very nice area. I chose it because my girlfriend didn't drive. And so I was like, well, this way you don't have to drive.
I just remember it looking very like sepia toned. Like everything was a little... had like a brown yellow tone. Like you know what sepia tone is, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Maybe it was a certain time of year. Like there was just no grass. There was no green. There was no grass. Everything was kind of like dried out. Was what I remember.
Yeah, I think that to me, like one of the biggest things, it's just the weather. Like moving, especially since I've lived in like Texas or like Florida before that for most of my life, and like the weather, especially in Texas, is just so bad. It's so fucking bad. It's lovely to be able to walk outside and just be like, oh my god, it's nice outside. Like it's beautiful outside, and I can just walk out and like go do stuff out, anything. Yeah.
I love this skin, Jack.
Yeah, it's sick. I've been using it every time I play Juno, and we're on the main menu as well. I was like, meme. I was like, oh,
in client. Poggers.
Yeah, it's really nice, and you get the loads of little bits and pieces as well, like an icon.
I've only ever been to Dallas and LA, so I don't have a lot to go on for America.
Well, you pretty much have gone to Two very different places.
There's a few
And
And I experienced very freak, like one in a blue moon type of weather both times I went to the US. Or rather, both cities. I've been to the US 3 times, 4 times. And the last time I went to LA was for 2022 finals, and it rained. And everyone was like, dude, it never rains. This is the first day it's rained for a whole year. I'm like, fuck, great. So it rains as soon as I come in, nice. And then Dallas was during the extreme, like, weather warning when people's planes and shit couldn't land. Do you remember that? Last year, Dallas?
I mean, I wasn't there, but I like vaguely.
Yeah, there was like, I was there during the extreme weather warning period of Dallas last year, and it was completely fucked. You know, so it was like, okay, so if I go to the States, I just experience weather anomalies. Is that how it is for me? I don't get to experience all the good shit. Like, damn, guys.
Yeah, that is definitely pretty brutal. I mean, overall though, you didn't miss much with Dallas weather in general because Dallas weather is so bad.
And then Florida's just hot and humid, right?
Yeah, it's just hot and humid. I mean, well, if you're in South Florida during the winter, it's not bad. That's like the one specific time of year. Is this the big OWCS tournament of the year? No, this is the first of 3. There are going to be 3 total tournaments. This is the first. There's going to be another one after this. That's like mid-season, and there's like the grand finals, which take place in Stockholm, Sweden.
You went 3 to our cup.
I consider moving to Copenhagen. I've heard Copenhagen's. I'm actually really. I kick myself to this day. When Platchat did their Copenhagen Costream in 2023, I think it was 23 or 22. I can't remember which year. I think it was 23. We were all gonna go, and I was gonna go there, but like I'd already made plans because before we confirmed we were doing it to go to Toronto. So unfortunately, I was booked for a vacation in Toronto, so I couldn't go to Copenhagen. But I've heard it's lovely.
I've been to Europe 1 time, and it was Stockholm. That's it.
But this is a global tournament? Yes, it is. It's got teams from China, Korea, North America, Europe. So it's got a variety of global teams. But I have heard Copenhagen is very, very nice. You have a very beautiful place.
I've heard Stockholm is nice when it's not winter, unless you love winter. You love snow.
Give him the ball. They took it in a mirror.
Like Kurt went there, and all he could talk about was like he kept going to this one place in Copenhagen. They did like yogurt bowls or something. He's like, it's the best yogurt I've ever had in my life. I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Like a very odd thing, but you know, I respect it. I'm a yogurt lover.
But I still think that this team can make a deep run in the lower bracket because what we saw from them on that mirror composition. When Kellan is able to play the Winston, he looks phenomenal on that hero. When he doesn't play the Winston, like on Ilios against Costream, they struggle to find their momentum. But when they get to play their 5 best heroes, they look sensational. And this meta is shaping up to be an environment.
Jake moves a bit stiff. He defo on a box.
Getting his ass.
It's about the hometown crowd for them. It's going to be about these players finding it within themselves to play beyond their potential to really show us something.
This insane guy on CC, he didn't play yet. He's the dude in the middle. Okay, we're moving a little quick. He's apparently one of the up-and-coming players in the next generation of Chinese players. That's not from the old guard.
Really?
Apparently pretty good. But every time I've seen him, I thought, like, this guy's okay, but I'm not impressed. Like, I'm not like, wow, this guy's so good. So we'll see what happens. He's being hyped to me, but I'm not sure I buy the hype yet. I haven't been sold.
I think the Oxford Omnics would have fared. I don't know who the Oxford Omnics are. I feel like I should know this. Maybe the issue with Insane is that he just hadn't given enough stage time. Maybe he needs more stage time.
Oh, this was his first stage and he even gets to play.
That's what I'm saying.
He's literally never been on any stage before.